Are you one of the chosen ones? Before you answer, pause for a moment and reflect. Not everyone is chosen. Many people live their entire lives without realizing they were never meant to follow the same path as everyone else. If you've ever felt different, like you don't quite fit into the mold society offers, it might be because you have been set apart for something greater. This message is for those who sense deep within their souls that they have a higher mission, a divine purpose. If you are here, I encourage you to listen until the very end. If this message is not for you, you will likely scroll away. But if something inside you is urging you to stay, pay close attention. Chosen ones are rare. They carry gifts that not everyone receives. These are not just talents, but sacred abilities granted by God for the fulfillment of His divine plan. These gifts are marker signs that set you apart from the rest of the world. They were placed inside you before you were born, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. The journey of the chosen one is never easy. The path is filled with challenges, confusion, and moments of doubt. But these trials are not without purpose. Every battle, every setback, every hardship has been leading you toward something greater. The fire you've walked through has not been meant to destroy you, but to refine you. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. You are never meant to fit in. You are meant to stand out. That is why life has been difficult at times. That is why you have faced opposition that others have not. That is why people have misunderstood you, doubted you, and even betrayed you. The enemy does not attack those who are not a threat. The spiritual warfare you have experienced is evidence that you are carrying something powerful inside of you, but many chosen ones struggle with their identity. They wonder why they feel disconnected from the world around them. They question whether they are truly set apart. If you have ever felt like you don't belong, if you have ever sensed that you are walking a different path than those around you, you are not alone. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The world does not define you. Your circumstances do not define you. Your past does not define you. The only thing that defines you is what God has spoken over your life. And He has declared that you are chosen. However, being chosen comes with responsibility. You must walk with wisdom. You must guard your spirit. Not everyone will understand what God is doing in your life. Not everyone will celebrate your growth. Some people will try to hold you back, to keep you from stepping into your calling. Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces. There are things you have been given that are not meant to be shared with everyone. Some revelations are meant to be kept between you and God. Some dreams are too sacred to be spoken aloud. The world will try to dilute what God has placed inside of you, to make you question your purpose, to distract you from your calling. But you are stronger than you know. If you have ever felt like people are drawn to you for no apparent reason, if strangers have shared their deepest secrets with you, if you have found yourself offering guidance, even when you didn't intend to, this is a sign. You have been given a spiritual gift that allows you to see beyond what others can see, to understand what others cannot understand. This is not a coincidence. This is evidence that you are carrying a light that others are searching for, but with great calling comes great testing. Many chosen ones go through seasons of loneliness. They experience rejection from those they thought would support them. They watch as friends turn into strangers and doors close without explanation. This is not a punishment, it is preparation. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? God is shifting things in your life. He is removing what is no longer serving you. He is clearing away the distractions, the toxic relationships, the things that were keeping you from your destiny. What seems like loss is actually protection. What seems like delay is actually divine timing. Your waiting season is coming to an end. The things that were once out of reach are now coming into alignment. The doors that were closed are about to open. The people who doubted you will soon see what God has been doing all along. This is your moment of awakening. The suffering you endured was not for nothing. Every tear, every silent prayer, every battle fought in the dark, God saw it all. And now He is preparing to reveal the purpose behind it. But are you ready? Stepping into your calling requires faith. It requires obedience. It requires letting go of everything that is holding you back. The question is no longer whether you are chosen. The question is whether you are ready to embrace what has been prepared for you. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Your breakthrough is here. Your elevation is happening. Your time is now. If you feel this truth deep within your spirit, do not ignore it. Declare it boldly. Stand firm in your calling. Move forward without hesitation. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The God who called you has never left you, and He never will. Walk with confidence. Speak with boldness. Live with purpose. This is the beginning of something new. The past is behind you. The future is waiting. Step into it with faith, knowing that you are chosen, anointed, and equipped for the journey ahead. The life of the chosen is not an easy one. From the moment you were born, there has been a battle over your destiny. The struggles you have faced were never random. They were intentional attacks designed to keep you from stepping into your calling. But what the enemy meant for harm, God is using for your good. There is a reason why you have faced so much resistance. The enemy sees what you carry, and he is terrified of it. He knows that once you recognize your true identity, once you fully step into who God created you to be, there will be nothing he can do to stop you. That is why he has tried to distract you with doubt, with fear, with discouragement. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness. The battle you have been fighting is not just physical, it is spiritual. That is why things have felt so intense, why the attacks have come from unexpected places, why it sometimes felt like you were being tested beyond your limits. But every battle, every hardship, every painful experience has been preparing you for what is coming next. God does not allow suffering without purpose. Every trial has shaped you. Every setback has strengthened you. Every loss has taught you. You have been in a refining process, being molded and prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. See, I have refined you, though not as silver. I have tested you in the furnace of affliction. Many chosen ones go through seasons of isolation. It is in these moments, when you feel alone, that God does His greatest work in you. He removes distractions. He breaks unhealthy attachments. He brings you to a place where you must rely on Him completely. It is in the quiet, in the stillness, that you begin to hear His voice more clearly. The isolation was not rejection, it was protection. God was setting you apart, separating you from what could have destroyed you, pulling you away from the things that were limiting your growth. Some friendships ended because they were never meant to last. Some opportunities fell through because they were not aligned with your destiny. Some doors closed because God was preparing to open something greater. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. What is ahead of you is greater than what is behind you. But stepping into this new season requires a shift in your mindset. You can no longer carry old fears into this new chapter. You can no longer allow insecurity to hold you back. You can no longer let past disappointments define your future. You must walk with confidence, knowing that you are fully equipped for what is ahead. You have already been tested. You have already been prepared. The fire did not destroy you, it refined you. The storm did not sweep you away, it strengthened you. The struggles did not break you, they built you. You are not the same person you were before. You have grown. You have matured. You have gained wisdom that others do not have. The experiences that once hurt you have now given you insight, clarity, and discernment. You can now see things you could not see before. You can recognize deception. You can sense when something is not right. You have learned to trust your spirit. The shift that is happening in your life is not just about external blessings, it is about internal transformation. You are not just stepping into a new season. You are stepping into a new identity. You are walking with authority. You are carrying a new level of power. And no weapon formed against you shall prosper. This does not mean weapons will not be formed. It means they will not succeed. The attacks may still come, but they will not affect you the way they used to. The challenges may still arise, but you will face them with a strength you never had before. The storms may still come, but they will no longer shake you, because now you know who you are. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are equipped, and nothing can stop what God has already set in motion. The delays are over. The chains are broken. The path is clear. Everything that has been holding you back is losing its grip. The doubts, the fears, the insecurities, they are all fading away. The past is no longer a weight on your shoulders. The mistakes, the regrets, the missed opportunities, they no longer define you. Your future is unfolding. Your purpose is being revealed. Your breakthrough is happening. Walk boldly. Move forward with confidence. This is the moment you have been waiting for. The waiting season is over. The shift is happening now. The shift that is happening in your life is undeniable. You can feel it in your spirit. The things that once held you back are losing their grip. The confusion that once clouded your vision is clearing. The burdens that once felt unbearable are being lifted. This is not just another season of your life. It is a divine transition. You are no longer who you used to be. You are rising into your true identity, stepping into the purpose that has been waiting for you all along. For so long, the enemy tried to keep you in the dark, tried to make you believe that you are not enough, that you are too broken, too flawed, too far gone to be used by God. But now the veil has been lifted. The truth is setting you free. You are never meant to live in doubt. You are never meant to question your worth. You are never meant to struggle in uncertainty about your calling. God has already declared who you are. He has already spoken your name in heaven. He has already ordained your path. You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession. The world may not have recognized your value, but heaven always did. The people around you may not have understood your calling, but God has been guiding you all along. Every detour, every delay, every disappointment was part of His plan to strengthen you, to refine you, to prepare you for what is coming next. The reason your journey has been so intense is because your calling is great. The reason the battles have been so fierce is because your impact will be powerful. The reason the enemy has fought you so hard is because once you fully embrace who you are, there is nothing that can stop you. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. The enemy has been trying to rob you of your identity, to steal your confidence, to kill your dreams before they even have a chance to grow. But now, everything he tried to take is being restored. What was stolen is being returned. What was delayed is now accelerating. What was blocked is now being released. This is why things have felt different lately. This is why your spirit has been restless. You are no longer content with what once satisfied you. The things that used to distract you no longer hold your interest. The places you once felt comfortable now feel too small. You are expanding. Your mindset is shifting. Your faith is growing. When the Israelites left Egypt, they had to leave behind the mentality of slavery. They had to stop thinking like captives and start thinking like conquerors. God had already freed them, but many of them still carried the mindset of bondage. That is what is happening now. You are free. The chains have been broken. The path is open. But now, you must walk in that freedom. You must step into what has already been given to you. You cannot carry old fears into new territory. You cannot hold on to past wounds while trying to embrace the future. Behold, I am making all things new. The doors that are opening for you now require a new version of you. The blessings that are coming demand a different mindset. You can no longer shrink yourself to fit into places you have outgrown. You can no longer lower your standards to accommodate people who are never meant to walk this path with you. This is the season where separation happens. Some people will not understand the changes in you. Some will resist your growth. Some will try to hold on to the old version of you because it is more comfortable for them. But you cannot go back. The calling on your life is too great. The assignment you carry is too important. No one puts new wine into old wineskins. What is happening inside you is new. The way you think is shifting. The way you see yourself is changing. The way you approach your purpose is transforming. The time of doubting yourself is over. The time of playing small is done. You are stepping into a level of authority that cannot be denied. The confidence that was once buried under years of fear and insecurity is now rising. The strength that was hidden beneath layers of self-doubt is now coming to the surface. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are no longer asking for validation. You are no longer seeking approval from people who are never meant to understand your vision. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are equipped, and nothing can stop what God has already put in motion. The shift is happening now. The transformation is unfolding. The breakthrough is here. Move forward. Do not hesitate. Do not look back. The future is waiting. And it is greater than anything you have left behind. Everything that was meant for you is now coming into alignment. The battles you fought, the nights you cried, the moments you thought you wouldn't make it, none of it was wasted. God was using every challenge to prepare you, to shape you, to refine you for this very moment. The waiting season is over. The doors that were once closed are opening. The things that once seemed impossible are now unfolding effortlessly. You are no longer in a place of struggle. You are stepping into a place of grace. What once required constant effort will now happen with ease. The favor of God is upon you, and it will be undeniable. The people who overlooked you will soon witness what God has been doing behind the scenes. Those who doubted you will see that you are always meant to rise, for the Lord will go before. You, the God of Israel, will be a rear guard. You do not have to fear what is ahead. You do not have to worry about whether you are ready. Everything you need is already inside of you. The wisdom, the strength, the resilience, it has all been developed through the trials you endured. Now it is time to walk in what has been promised. The shift is happening, and there is no going back. The old version of you is gone. The doubts that once held you captive no longer have a voice in your life. The fears that once controlled you no longer have power over you. You have stepped into a new level of faith, a new level of confidence, a new level of divine authority. And a weapon formed against you shall prosper. This does not mean that challenges will not come. It means that they will not succeed. The attacks may still rise, but they will not break you. The storms may still come, but they will not shake you. The plans of the enemy may still form, but they will not prosper. You are covered, protected, and walking under the favor of God. What you are stepping into is bigger than just you. This shift is about legacy. It is about breaking generational curses. It is about setting a new standard for those who come after you. The decisions you make now, the steps you take in faith, the way you embrace this moment, it will impact far beyond just your own life. You are not just receiving a blessing, you are becoming a blessing to others. You are stepping into a position where you will uplift, inspire, and guide those who are still searching for their purpose. The very struggles that once tried to break you are now the testimony that will help others break free. I will repay you. For the years the locusts have eaten, every lost opportunity is being restored. Every delay is being redeemed. Everything that was stolen is being given back to you in double portion. The years you thought were wasted are now working in your favor. What seemed like a setback was actually setting you up for something far greater than you imagined. The people who once dismissed you will have no choice but to see what God has done. The same places where you were rejected will soon be places of recognition. The same doors that were once closed will now open on their own. You no longer have to force anything. What is meant for you is coming naturally. The burden of striving is lifting. The exhaustion of constantly proving yourself is fading. You do not have to chase after what is already yours. This is the season where blessings will find you, where opportunities will seek you out, where the things you once prayed for will now become your reality. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Everything is changing, and nothing will ever be the same again. What is coming next is greater than anything you have left behind. The future that God has prepared for you is beyond what you could have asked or imagined. The breakthrough is complete. The transformation has happened. The victory is yours.